we are going to change some fuel filters. It's a different type of fuel filter setup. This is a 2008, what is it, 2008 workstar with a maxxforce engine, I believe. So it's an early maxxforce, I think. Yeah, well, it says maxxforce power, and I assume it's maxxforce. But anyway, so we get a different style setup here. So this filter kit comes with a filter, and it comes with a O-ring for the strainer. You can buy the strainers separately, but you can just clean them too. So anyway, so at the bottom here, this hose out of the way. So at the bottom here, we got this little yellow arm here. This is the drain. So we're gonna drain fuel out. It's the pretty much a water drain. So I got that running through a hose into a bucket, and then we'll start loosening up this up here, the cap. We'll bang the camera. Yeah. I'll loosen the cap up. If you can get it without hitting stuff. I don't know what size that is, so I just got an adjustable wrench. There's the cap. There's a little O-ring right there you gotta swap out. So you want to be careful you don't damage the standoff pipe or anything that's inside here. Pull it up straight. So I usually use these washing bottles cut in half to put the fuel filters in. So I usually like to look inside the filter housing. See, there's a bunch of crap in there. Try to blow that out or clean it out. So you see that sediment and stuff down there? You want to try to clean that out if you can. So I don't know if I can. Oh, I got the diesel on the camera. So, let's be up here for now. Right there, kind of just blew it up on the walls of it. Didn't all come out, but at least now I can wipe my hand around and get it off the wall. What might be able to do, open up that drain a little bit. Maybe we can flush some of that out through the drain hole, through the water drain hole. We can try paper towel on a screwdriver. I mean, it's not imperative to get all of it out. I just like to get it all out so it's kind of clean before you start over. That way I don't have to worry too much about it just clogging up the filter right away. All right, clean now. So, see, nice and clean. Yeah. So, I'll take a pick, I'll get this O-ring off, maybe. So, we got 1 7/16 will fit on there. It's not tight, but it gets the job done. So I take the new filter, stick it in the cap, and put it on. I lubricate it, the O-ring, and then lubricate the little bit of the filter there with some diesel fuel. Now these instructions say torque fuel filter cap to 220 inch-pounds minimum. Now I don't know if that's supposed to be, so it's step number 9, torque fuel filter cap to 220 inch-pounds minimum, it says. I don't know if that's a minimum or maximum, but I wouldn't go too tight. Then remove fuel strainer assembly from fuel filter header. remove fuel strainer and clean. Remove O-ring, properly discard, clean sealing areas on both fuel strainer cap and fuel filter header. Install a new O-ring, cleaned fuel strainer onto fuel strainer cap. Lubricate fuel strainer cap threads and new O-ring with clean diesel fuel. Torque fuel strainer cap to 155 inch-pounds. Prime fuel into fuel header. Start engine and check for leaks. So that's what that says. Oh, they got a torque spec right on the cap. It says 25 Newton meters. So 25 Newton meters is 220 inch-pounds. So I wouldn't really go beyond 220 inch-pounds. What's that? What's that? 20 foot-pounds? So 220 divided by 12, I think 240 divided by 12 is 20, right? Because 120 is 10, 240 is 20. So yeah, you're looking at like 18, 19 foot-pounds. So, let's close that. Take this guy off. Oh yeah, I got some crap in there, huh? I don't know what that is. So we'll clean the strainer out. And then you got an O-ring up at the top here. We gotta change that too. And yeah, there's a bunch of crap in there. So I'll clean this out and probably blow all that out. This is my personal first service on this vehicle, so don't hold it against me. Oh yeah, there's crap in there. See that? So we gotta get that out. Put you up here where you're not gonna get pelted with diesel again, or maybe right here on the tube. Nothing's flat up here, so it's hard to get you oriented. So this comes off, you just pull that off, and then we'll clean this up, and yeah, I'll go from there. Alright, so what I'm doing is I have this hose that I used to drain the fuel. I stuck it in my vacuum here, and I stuffed the rag in next to it so I can vacuum out the stuff that's in there. That way I'm not going to worry about getting that debris into like an orifice or something. Hopefully I can fit this in there. Looks a little thick, and I might not be able to. I might have to get a smaller hose, or maybe I can crush this down with some pliers or something. All right, so that worked. Get a little lubricant, some penetrating oil, I guess. I don't have any clean diesel fuel on me. Well, I probably got some clean diesel fuel on me. I just don't have any to use. So this one is to 155 inch-pounds, is just over 10. What's that? 10, 11, maybe 12. Yeah, it's probably 12 and a half, 13, something like that. All right, so the back of the head here, I don't know if you can see from where you are. It's a messy one. I got diesel everywhere on this thing. So, see if you can see right here, there is a Schrader valve, which is in the fuel rail. See it? Right there. So that's like a bike Schrader valve. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this off. Then as we start pumping fuel through, we are going to push that in to bleed the air there, because air can get trapped inside here. They used on the older ones, I'll do a video on it when I get to it, because I just haven't done it yet. On the older ones, it's up here on this side of the head at the front, but now they got it back there. But you could still get air trapped up here, which is kind of stupid. They put it back there just because, like I say, you can, I mean, the engine's tipped back a little bit, so you'll still get air up here. So, I mean, it helps to bleed it back there, but it doesn't get all the air out. So, let's see. This is another spot you can bleed it at too. This one's mainly for checking fuel pressure, but I'll poke that in too, so then I can know when the fuel filter housing is full. There. Let's try not to get it everywhere. All right, that's good. Sometimes it just makes a little mess. Put that back in. So the way this fuel housing works is it pumps up. I mean, it runs all the way through, comes up, it goes, I don't know if it goes through this first and then into the pump and then out. I'm not exactly sure. I know like the older ones, they'd run through a couple times, because they're kind of weird how they bled out. But I believe the fuel comes up through the mechanical pump and then up into the strainer, then into the filter housing, and then it goes straight through the intake manifold into the fuel rail through a hole. So I believe that is how that operates. So I'll put a nap towel up here as we bleed it back here. And you might not get a lot of air out of here. One of the reasons I bleed it here is that it pushes the air out here instead of forcing it into the head. So I mean, you might not get a lot of fuel out of the head here, or if not fuel, but you might not get a lot of air out of here if you do it the way that I just did it. And then again, you might get air out of there anyway. All right, I didn't really get any air out of there. Well, like I said, I didn't what did I not do? I didn't force the air in because I bled it here at this point. The fuel off the engine, put your cap back on, and voila. Alright, so we're gonna go 13 on this and 220 or 13 foot-pounds on that, or 155 inch-pounds. So 13 foot-pounds is actually like 157, and then 220 is going to be like 240 is 20, so 228 is 19. So let's go we'll go 19. Or 18 and a half. I think it's 18 and a half. We'll do 18 and a half. And we're already there, so we're good. There's that. So next is to just put the airbox and stuff back in. I mean, if you're to this point, then you're already taking it out. So, in the airbox is just these two bolts and then the clamp there, but I kind of threw it up there. So, that's how you do that. This is an 08. I don't exactly know the year ranges for this, but it's obviously the style of housing. I know as they get, I think the 12s or the 14s have an electric pump, which you got to take the pump out, and there's a strainer on the bottom of the pump, and then it's got the same type of filter housing as this on the other side. It doesn't have the mechanical pump anymore, it's got an electric one. And you don't have to bleed those ones, you just turn the key on and off a couple times to cycle the pump to bleed those. Yeah, so anyway, hope this can help somebody. If not, let me know what I did wrong, and I thank you for watching.